Neopians, today I'm doing some good old-fashioned dailies in Neopet news update. Nothing major has happened to any of my pets. I'm still slowly training Pedialyte. I have to change Beef Chomp over to the permanent. For Tiny, I am pushing back for Tiny's retirement date. Let me double check the day quickly. Yeah, so Tiny's retirement date will be on December 13th. Around 10:11 Neopet Standards Time PM, I will be releasing Tiny into the pound, and I'm choosing the 13th because that is John Cena's final match in WWE, and I just thought it would be symbolic to no one but myself. The Tiny's final day on my account will also be John Cena's last match in WWE, so yeah, hate to come out as a wrestling fan and just do that to you straight this early in the video, but if you're wondering why I still have Tiny, it's that reason. So there we go. All my other pets are fine. I don't know what I'm doing with Nyx. If anyone wants Nyx, don't let me know right now because I think Nyx has a P2. No. No, I need this P2 for an avatar, but then after that, Nyx might go to the pound. And then who else do we have? Book Freak's doing great. Zemofolia is still a monkey, which is fine. Like, monkeys deserve a place in Neopets, just maybe not on my roster of animals. But there we go. That's my quick little update for all of my people. This week, what am I working towards this week? I think it's just some P2. Yeah, it's a fairy Mauket. Once I'm on day, like, 4 or 5, I might try to re-roll. We're gonna keep going. So I have to purchase, spin a wheel, groom, customize, play with a pet, and then I'll do Battle Dome on my own. But before I spin, we're gonna make Tiny active just in case anything happens. Just in case. Love Tiny. You know, I was gonna just get rid of... I had Tiny this whole year. Let me tell y'all. I know I tell you this in every single episode, but I just have to. I keep all my pets in the Neo Lodge. So earlier this year, basically since like a month ago when they redid the quest log, you would have to feed a pet for one of your dailies, and I just didn't like keeping a pet out of the lodge. And so I adopted Tiny from honestly from the adoption agency. Like, I didn't go through like Lost and Pound, Lost and Quiggle. I didn't go through like the Discord or the Reddit adoptions. I'm just like, you know what? When we find a Neopet that's not offensive to the eyes, I will grab it. And so that is how I ended up with Tiny. And Tiny was hurt and I'm pretty sure sick. And it was just a real rough time for Tiny. Now, Tiny was like a baby Grundo. Tiny's always been a baby Grundo on my account. And so I just picked up Tiny. I'm like, whatever. We're going to have you as my little food pet. In my earlier videos, Tiny used to... Look at that. Tiny used to be hungry all the time. Isn't that a good thing that I didn't have Pedialyte? Sorry, Tiny. Tiny I abuse. And I know I shouldn't say that. And PETA's gonna come for me for messing up the livelihood of these virtual animals. But Tiny I use when I spin wheels, when I go apple bobbing. The pet that I keep starving. That is Tiny. That is Tiny's purpose on my roster, but I just don't like Tiny. And I did a little bit of roster clear out earlier this year, and I just don't want to go into 2026 with a bunch of Neopets that I don't necessarily love. Thus, Tiny has to go. Tiny was supposed to go sometime this week, but, you know, then my wrestling brain is like, well, wouldn't it be funny if Tiny's retirement date was the same as John Cena's? So here we are. That's the only reason. It's not like deep. There's no symbolic like this is a year, this is something good and great. It's just, I think John Cena's funny, and I think it would be funny if one of my Neopets had the same retirement date as John Cena. So that's where we're at with Tiny. If anyone wants Tiny, like, let me know, but you're gonna have to wait until like December 13th to get Tiny. Otherwise, I kind of just want to put Tiny back into the pound. Same that I got this little crazy funky cat from. So that is the story of Tiny, the mutant Grundo that I just have. Because why not just have a mutant Grundo? And then also, like, I guess Tiny has a purpose, because then later this year, like a couple months ago, they came out with the whole, what was it called? The playing. Play with a toy. Play a toy with your baby Neopet to win an avatar. And I'm looking at the mic, doing full well you guys can't see me, giving y'all's a face. That was the hardest avatar I ever had to get. Now, I haven't tried to get any of the game avatars, because that's just not, like, I'm already going through it. But it was horrible trying to get that avatar. And then they came out with, like, the sand one where you had to play with a toy with something with sand in the name. And the sand one was slightly easier for me to get, but that still took too long. The way Tiny was playing with this thing, for 3,000, 5,000 refreshes, it took forever. And I'm sure some of you guys play with your tiny pet, and after 2 tries, you got the avatar. Good for you. Well, Neopets hates me, and I had to do that 10 bajillion times, but I finally have the avatar. And Tiny, it is time to go, bestie. I'm gonna give Tiny the greatest life I can while we're here, but Tiny's time is up. And with the story of Tiny, I'm now done with my dailies for the day. I don't really want this creature, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just, I don't know what I'm doing. Who knows? Not me. Are you even worth anything? Not that I sell stuff. Not really. You're not really worth. Like, you can buy this. You were like 2 million, 3 million 5 years ago. But yeah, you were super inflated, and then you've been going down, and then you crept up a little bit, and now that you're in the prize pool, you've gone down. That happens to everything in the prize pool. I also like P2s. Not necessarily what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like stamps and collectibles. I got my Meowclops trading card. Thank y'alls very much for your good energy and me getting that. Let me do my premium wheel before I forget. And then we can do Starlight. So much to update y'all's on. Is Wheel of Starlight? So I have to do my Wheel of Starlight. This is my premium wheel. So much to update y'all's on. And by update, I mean like Neopets news, because I just went through all my updates. Tiny has an official retirement date, and everyone else is chilling. How much is this? 7,527 Neopoints. I love paying $7.99 a month plus tax for Neopets Premium. Smile, smile. What are we doing? The Space Fairy vending machine updated. The Neopets sidebar is touting a recent update to the Space Fairy vending machine page. It's now refreshed for a smoother, faster, and more modern experience. Now conveniently accessible right from your premium drop-down. Not a member. I'm sure Neopets would love you to get a member. This perk isn't a new one. It's a couple decades old, but it was rather obscure, so you may not have heard of it. You need a mystery token, which is available from premium scratch cards, and it was retired in 2013, but it came back in the refresh of August 2025. So there aren't any like updated prizes. That's cool. Maybe there are. I don't know. I'm guessing that Neopets was able to tell that premium people weren't really using this, so they did a little revamp to get premium. To do this, I don't know if I have a vending machine token. Okay, so there's this. What am I doing? So you need a token. What are these tokens? What are the tokens? I have never seen that token before. Well, we're not doing that today. Not doing that today. Okay, next news. Avatars. The Scorchio Starry Avatar. If you enter Starry Night 25 at Grundo's warehouse. Starry Night 25. Got an avatar. Got an avatar. Look at that. Love being a passive avatar collector. I hope you all probably know about this because I'm a couple days late on the news, but like, there's a new avatar. These easy breezy beautiful ones, this is what I love. The game ones and the random ones, don't love those avatars, but if I can just type stuff into Grundle's warehouse, I'm gonna get me an avatar that way. And then there is a goodie bag that is available from playing with a Roberta and Mortog action figure. This is included in a goodie bag earnable at an event. Since this avatar is granted by interacting with non-consumable items, this means you can get the avatar by purchasing or borrowing the toy from another player. It's probably expensive because it's a new avatar. No price history. It's inside this goodie bag that also doesn't have a price history. So I'm gonna chill on that one right now. But in like 4 years, I'll try to get it. Wheel of Celebration is extended. Wheel of Celebration was broken. You should have been able to spin 2 times. If you're premium, you can just do 2 back to back. If you are freemium, you spin, watch an ad spin. But people weren't able to watch an ad because watching an ad on the wheels never works the way Neopets intends it to, and people were upset. So we extended the Wheel of Celebration Day by like 5 days. It was supposed to end today on November 22nd. It will now be spinnable daily through the 27th, which is giving us extra time to get 25,000 Neo points. Aren't you happy you get 5 more days of 50,000 Neo points? Cause I'm not. Anyways, there's a whole announcement. I think Neopets should turn their birthday into like the whole month of November celebration and then just have the wheel the entire month of November and do like a fun little like cake or like free goodie bag in the NC Mall, discounts on like Neocash and like purchasing it and like the mall. Just a lot of more like fun discount things. We should get free training for all 3 schools for all of our pets every single day in November. I think TNT, we need to go big next year for the big 2-7. So, but this year for the 26 Wheel of Celebration, it is extended. There y'all's go. New Wheel of Starlight. Isn't that the one I just spun? Okay, there's new prizes available for the Wheel of Starlight. I can't recognize any. Are these P2s and P3s? There's a Neocola that's smoking, a flask, a skateboard, a fishing rod. Look at that. Look how fun that is. The Neocola token has been replaced. The new slot looks like that and awards a random red code stone, which is great. I need red code stones. Neocola, you can also get those in the Battle Dome, which there's like a Neocola arena. So if you do Battle Dome, you can get Neocola tokens that way. Neocola tokens also aren't super expensive, and you use them for gambling somewhere. But yeah, if you're like beginner Battle Dome, I would farm one of the free people to do Neocola so you can like make money and you don't want to get premium. That's what I did a lot before I got premium, and I would just get a bunch of like Neocola tokens. But now we're getting code stones. Cool. Fairy Fragment Contest prize distributed. There was a social media contest for Fairy Fragments last month. You can view the winners on the Neopets portal. Top 5 people received an avatar, a stamp, styling studio, a staff of Ultranova. Runners up got the avatar, styling studio, and Queen Fiora, and then every 10 others got that. Cool. The stamp is new and only 30 of them exist. TNT has confirmed to the community ambassadors that more will be released in the future, but they don't know how. So there's only 30 of these stamps, so they're probably, I don't even think they have a price if they're that low, but we're gonna check. No price history because there's 30 of them, and TNT said it will come out again. So in like 5 years when it gets mass released, I'll add it to my stamp collection. What page is it on? Fairyland 2. Okay, so this is one of those like new pages where there's not a lot of stamps and the stamps cost a lot of money. The Fairy Fragments, 3.4 million, not that bad. Luxina's not bad. Big Bang, Varia's not that bad. Fairy Slingshots, 4 million. Judora stamp inflation notice, and then these 2 are unpriced, so that's cool. What do we mean by, okay, so it was like 1.6 and now it's 4.4. Love it. Love inflation. It's my favorite thing in the real world, and I love that it follows me on Neopets. What's on page 2 of Jelly Neo? When was the last time I talked? Did we talk about this quest log? How you have to visit the Popular and visit the NC Mall? I'm gonna just say we did. If we didn't, in the quest log, you can now check out Popular NC items or visit the NC Mall. I feel like I said that. Birthday round. I know I talked about the Jub Jub and their feet. So let's go into some dailies. How's everyone doing today? How are your Neopets? How are your stamps going? Did you win the social media contest? How were the apps? The Tales of Jakarta and what's the other one? Fairy Fragments. How are those going? You're beating levels and getting prizes. Yeah. Tombola. What is Tombola gonna give me? Nothing. I'm gonna switch over to Lepediolite just in case we get stat increases. Might regret this later. But there we go. We're gonna make Lepediolite active once again. And we're gonna keep going and we're gonna get some shiny obsidian. Good for the soul. We're gonna talk to King Altador and he's gonna give us garbage and we're gonna say thank you for giving us garbage, King Altador. You're like the top 3 hottest people on Neopets, so thank you for that. What do we get? This book that I have 800 of. We got time. We got time. We can do the Quasland experiment. This probably isn't gonna give me anything. People do it because you can get 150 Neo Cash. I'm probably not gonna get Neo Cash. Nope. See how close I was? But I didn't get any. If we do Coconut Shy, let's open up like 20 of these tabs and see if we got a coconut. I got a coconut once, and it's somewhere on my channel because I filmed it. And it happened in like the past 2 months. You won't have to go back too far. We're gonna close these up. I don't think I got a coconut just because I got one so recently, but maybe TNT like fixed the coconut distribution statistic for my account and I got one. No. Cool, that's great. We're gonna just pretend like something else happened there. We're gonna get some interest from the bank. Still only a 52 million. Colton Shrine. Let's visit our bestie. All my Neopets are at full health. Thank you, Colton. You're not my favorite, but I still visit you for my free stuff. What other free stuff can we get today? Nothing on the shore. It's been a while since I've gotten something from the shore. I feel like it'll be like 1 week I get like 3 items a week, and then that'll go like 2 weeks with nothing. I think I'm in the nothing drop for the shore, but that's fine. If we go to the fruit machine, I think you can win paintbrushes from the fruit machine if you get 3 in a row. I've gotten Bagus and I've gotten Umagine before, but I usually get nothing. Then we're going to try to get some jelly so we can just keep it in our safety deposit box. And we got banana jelly, and then we're going to do the same for omelet. Make sure you're getting your omelet for your Fairy Festival 2026. I'm planning for it. You should be too. You better be getting your icy snowballs, your omelets. I'm just assuming we're going to have something similar to Fairy Festival. So start preparing now when you have like 350 something days. I don't know how many days until next August, September. Let's keep going to Grave Danger. I'm going to go get garbage, and then I'm supposed to come back throughout the shift and refresh and try to see if I can get the avatar for visiting Grave Danger randomly, and I usually forget to. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Every time I do Grave Danger on camera, I'm like, man, I should come back and do Grave Danger again, and I don't. During one of these like random status changes, there's a chance to get an avatar. You're just like, go, and like check, and it's a thing. And I usually do like Neopets like once before I go to work, and then once when I come back from work. I don't know. And then there's like some days where I just like play Neopets all day. You would think I would like work on this avatar, but it's also like one of the random ones, and I can't stand the random avatars. I just don't have it in me. So we're gonna go to Anchor Management, which gives me pirate themed garbage. Pirate small talk, pirate themed garbage. Look at that. I already got my freebies. Rich Lore is gonna be 50 Neo points. Thank you. Small hole, I don't think does anything. Tarla, I have beef with. I still have to come out with my video on all the Neopets NPCs that I think I could beat in a fight. Tarla would be on there. There's a lot of like NPCs that I have beef with, and like half the list is like the cast of Cheat, and then the guy from Cell Block. Yeah. A lot of imprisoned Neopians are on my I have beef with you list, but that's the truth. But Tarla's also on there. So is Marina. Let's do my wishing well, because I don't do the wishing well super consistently. I'm still wishing for my Orion stamp. Haven't gotten one, which is fine. It's whatever. Like, I don't think about it. I don't cry about it. We've just had a lack of Orion after having him so much last year, and I think it's because some people are preying on my downfall, and they're like, well, there's too much of him, we don't want him. And it's like, no, we want him. Bring Orion back. Bring honestly, and they're gonna cancel me on the Neopet socials for this. Bring back the plot. I need those code stones. I'm on 6 code stones or 5 I'm on multiple code stones. I need the code stone drops that you would get from the Battle Dome people, and you just don't get the same thing in regular Battle Dome. I just bring back the plot Battle Dome so I can get all those prizes and all those code stones. Training is very hard, and I'm only at level 104 and I have to get to 250. We got so much longer to go just in this whole thing, and I've been trying to do these kitchen quests. These kitchen quests are upsetting me. I've been trying to do the scratch cards to get points. Ooh, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough trying to get to 250 from this point, but it's where I want to throw my money away, so we can do that. We're gonna come to test your strength and get nothing. Don't start test your strength. Neopets gave me the bronze test your strength trophy super early in my Neopets career, and I know I said I'm motivated by like Battle Dome training. I really love my user lookup, and if there's an avatar, they're not even called avatars because they're called trophies. If there's a trophy that I can get on my user lookup, I want it. I love going to like 19-year-old accounts and you see all the gold trophies and everything's beautiful, and that's what I want my user lookup to look like. And I want a lot of gold on there. It's fine, it's whatever, it's cool. I'll survive. Maybe perhaps let's do some lab ray zaps. I got an angel puss last time, so now we're zapping this creature up here, and we can zap Oopsie too. We're gonna zap Tumbles again because they're looking a little funky to me. And then I can also zap this robot. I just have to name it, and I'm gonna forget to do that, so cool. There you go. Sometimes you turn to sludge. Then we're gonna zap Zamifolia. Maybe it won't be a Minshi. I'm guessing we're getting stat changes today for hit points. Exactly what I expect. And then we're gonna do some more and see what goes on. 2 movement points. What have we been looking at lately? Stats for the past few days. Look at that. Stat. So we see when we hit an 8-bit Zafara, and then a Piafin, and then look at that back-to-back Relic, then Green Minshi, and then I accidentally said out loud and on camera that I don't like Minshis, so we're gonna have this Minshi for a while, aren't we? And then it's just stat. Cool. I have to do another wheel, and then we can go. What wheel do I need to do? The celebration. Time for celebration wheel. We will see what we get on this first spin. What have I gotten recently? Money. I have been getting some maps. I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete the map by the time this event ends, but I've been getting more map pieces. I kind of want more avatars. I want stats. I feel like I haven't gotten stats in such a long time, but we're getting Mega Mana Root Sandwich. Can I please get some stats? My best friend, Junie. What are we getting? You have got to be kidding me. Okay. Creamy Chalky Whip. Okay. I'm guessing these are like gourmet food, which is fine, but that's not what I want. I want some stats. I got way too many Neo points. Avatars and stats, please and thank you. We're going to put all this in my safety deposit box, and you are going to have a Neotastic weekend. I believe in you. Bye.